Sis, can we talk? I mean, really, can we keep it 100? Just a heart to heart talk between me and you. Okay. My question to you is this: if you were to walk into work tomorrow and they handed you a termination letter, would you be prepared? I'm really asking the question: would you be prepared? Because here's what I want to say. Okay. They have a plan for you and it's not in your favor. They will fire you without warning. They will hand you your walk-in papers, okay? They'll hand you your termination letter, your walk-in papers, your pink slip, and they will give you the boot in a heartbeat without any warning at all. And you know something? They will not flinch. They will not blink or bat an eye. They will not shed a tear. They will not lose sleep over it. And before your seat even gets cold, they'll have another warm body in it to replace you. So then the question becomes, are you going to wait for them to make a move? Or are you going to make the first move and fire them first before they fire you? Because that day is inevitably coming. And I don't want you to be ill prepared when there is so much more you can do right now to get prepared so that you don't have your world flipped upside down. And now that creates a domino effect and lingering issues in your personal life. And it wreaks havoc, right? And chaos in your home life if you are not prepared. So now there are some harsh realities about corporate America. And one of them is they have no loyalty. They have no loyalty whatsoever to you. And guess what? They're not obligated to. So I'm not so sure why you feel that you need to be loyal to them, why you feel you have the need to continue to put in sweat equity and give them everything you got. Because believe you me, whatever you give it, they will take it. Okay. So it is time for you to take it back, your time, your energy, and everything that you have given to corporate America over the years. You need not stay in this job that no longer serves you, period. And I need you to hear that from me. Okay. So I, there's so much I want to say about this, but here's what I really want you to know first. I know you think your job is your security blanket right now. I know you do. When we work in a corporate career that feels comfortable, it's familiar territory, we're making good money, right? We got great benefits, we're comfortable, it's a cushy corporate career. You find reason to excuse the behavior that's really happening there. You find reason to stay. You make excuses for them, right? You convince yourself that you can tolerate it and you're just going to ride this thing out. But your job is not your security. It's not. It's a false sense of security. That's what it really is. And what I need you to know more than that, more importantly, what is your job security? What is your real security outside of a job are your skills and your income streams. Your skills and your income streams. You are the asset. I'm going to say that until I am purple in the face, okay? I'm going to say it again and again and again and again and again, all up in your face until you hear me. Do I have your attention yet? Okay. Your job is not your security. Write that down. Type that in the comments right now. My job is not my security. So stop snuggling up with it and holding on to it as if it's your security blanket, because it is not. They will let you go in a flash. And it will be nothing more than a mere business decision that has nothing to do with whatever you got going on. And they don't care what you have going on. They don't care what other income streams you have. if this was your sole provider or income. They don't care how it's going to hurt you or harm you or put you in a really bad position. They don't care about your financial setbacks. They won't care that you're going to end up in the unemployment line. They don't care that they're going to cut your benefits off. They don't care about any of those things. It is a decision that they make to cut you and you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Okay. And they do this to so many people. And again, if you are ill prepared, then you are going to be in for a rude awakening if you think it won't happen to you, because that is another misconception. You might think it won't happen to you until it does. But take a look around, read the room, sis. Read the room and look at what's happening on a bigger scale in our economy right now. So I'm not so sure what makes you feel at this point that you're exempt, but you're not. Nobody is. You are not safe right now. Okay? And we have to be thinking smart and strategically plan our way out the door as soon as possible. You know how you get a tour of where the exit doors are in case of an emergency like a fire and you have to evacuate the building, and you got to go to the left, down the hall, around the corner to get to that exit door. Take the stairs, not the elevator. You know, when you go through that training, right, for safety precautions, we need to be thinking about our exit strategy as a safety precaution so that we have that in our back pocket if ever and whenever it does happen to us. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Do I make myself clear? Am I being clear? Again, this is a heart to heart, and I know it's hard to hear when you don't want to make a move because you are comfortable. Because you're almost done. You're ready to go soon anyways. You're like, I'm too close. I've been here a while. I'm not really feeling like starting over. No, but sis, we've got to have a plan in place. You feel what I'm saying? Okay? So, I hope I am driving this message home, because I want you to know, in case you haven't considered this, most layoffs are planned months in advance, months in advance. And guess who's the last to know? You, right? They don't tell you until they have to tell you. And that is right before they give you your walk-in papers. Okay, I'm going to hold this sign up as many times as I need to remind you. They're going to hand you your walk-in papers as soon as they have their decisions made. Months in advance, though, they know exactly who they're going to fire, when they're going to fire you, how they're going to do it. They already know. They don't just arbitrarily pick a date out of thin air. They don't make impulsive decisions like that. Okay? So do understand that it should be no surprise to you that when they do hand you your walk-in papers, that they've already made that decision long time ago. Okay? So employers do not care about loyalty at all, at all, at all. It saves them money. If it does save them money, which it usually does, it almost always, that's the reason. If it saves them money, then guess what? You're gone. Capital GONE exclamation mark. Gone. Done. Finito. Okay? So if you notice, if you've been around a while, you're not new here, right? You're not new to this. You're true to this. You've been around in the corporate arena for a while. You're an established employee. And if you're a leader, you really know how this goes, because you've worked as a frontline staff, right? An independent contributor, and then you've also worked individual contributor rather, and then you've also worked in leadership. So you know how it goes. You work more closely with leadership. You know how these decisions are made. And sometimes you are even the last to know. You don't even realize that you're going to have your employees let go in your department, right? They just literally pull the rug from underneath you. They don't tell you a thing. And people think you know more than they do, but oftentimes you don't know. You know when your employees find out. I mean, right? That's when you find out. But either way, if you've seen people be hired, like a mass amount of people hired, and then they are fired really quickly, like, the turnaround is pretty fast. That's a telltale sign of how the culture of the organization is set up. Okay. But you might have even noticed that oftentimes when they do have their cuts, the employers, that is, when they cut anybody from the team, they usually do it when the holidays are near, right? You've probably been around to see that. And when people have had years of dedication, 20, 30, 40 years in, and you can't believe that they are gone, right? So you may not have experienced this yet, but maybe you know somebody who has, a close friend, a colleague, a coworker, a family member, an acquaintance, somebody, or you've heard the stories where that has happened, right? Somebody's been at their job for a very long time and then gone, right? They made the cut, so to speak. And that's true too for layoffs right before the holidays, or right before, the end of the year, right before they have to hand out the bonuses, or right before, um, like, right when they know, right at the end of the month before we go into a new month where they know they're going to have to give you your benefits, or right before, when they know they can cut your benefits rather, or right before you're going to get that, sometimes you get paid 2 paychecks a month, and then you got the couple times in the year where you get paid 3 paychecks, and you're looking forward to that third paycheck. Cut. Right? You've seen it, you've heard it, you've experienced it, right? So I want to talk to you about 3 telltale signs so you can be prepared. This is another thing I want to help you out with so you can be prepared. What are the biggest signs that you need to know as to when they're going to fire you? Where your, guard should be up and your alarm bell should be going off, and you should be like, wait a minute, wait a minute. You should be putting your thinking cap on. You should be like, hold up. This don't look or feel right. Something's off. I better be paying attention to the details. What are those things? The first thing is if the company is talking about restructuring the organization, or they are dealing with some budgetary constraints, or they're making some budget cuts, you might be thinking in other areas of the business. But no, that is translation for they're going to be finding ways to get rid of people power. Okay? People resources, human resources, you, and many others, especially if they're having a massive layoff, okay, a reduction in force. That is what they're doing. That's what they're up to, okay? And they're just not outright saying it. They're not going to say it until they actually bring you in the room with HR and the whole crew. And, they have security on standby because they know how people might perform, right? And they're not going to allow you to go back in with the rest of the employees in case you act the fool, okay? And they're going to have your stuff boxed up and they're going to escort you out. That's when you're going to know. You won't even have the opportunity to say no goodbyes to people you were close with. You won't have a chance to tell other people or to forewarn them. You will not have the opportunity to go back and pack up your stuff. They will do that for you, and they will collect your badge, your keys, and anything else you have that they possess right then and there on your way out the door, and wish you well. Period. That's it. Good luck, good written, goodbye. Okay? And next, they're going to do that again and again and again. Trust me, I've been there. I know what it feels like firsthand. This is not something that I've just heard or read about. This is something that I have experienced myself, and I don't want that for you. Okay? The second way you're going to know that they are preparing to lay you off or terminate you is when they're loading you up with more work. Like, so if your workload suddenly decreases, that's, for one, that's a big sign. Because all of a sudden you got a steady flow of work, and now it's getting less. You don't have enough work to do. Your workload is decreasing. That's a red flag. But if on the opposite end, it's increasing to an unfair amount of work, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm only one person. Ain't but so much time in a day for me to get this work done. Who you think's about to do this work, right? Excuse me, can I get a little help? What about Susie and Jane and Barbara and Stephanie or somebody else in this department? Ain't nobody else can help? What's really going on? That's a sign, because what they're doing, that's translation for we are either going to phase you out, or we are going to overload you with work, hoping to force you out. Okay? So either you're going to quit or we're going to fire you. Take your pick. Okay? That's number two. Number three is leadership starts treating you differently. What do I mean by that? Well, if your boss, for example, is someone who's always been nice to you, kind, they check in on a day-to-day basis, they make their rounds, they chit chat with you, they kiki it up with you, right? They're asking about you, your family, your kids, your spouse, whomever. They want to know how you're doing, how you're feeling, what's going on, keep them up to date, whatever. They invite you into their office sometimes and check in and whatever they do, right? But you guys are always in communication. That's like the norm. All of a sudden, they're quiet, they're not making eye contact, they're shutting their door. They might keep telling you they're in a meeting, they got a busy schedule, they don't have time. Put on that thinking cap. Alarm bells should be going off. That's an emergency sign. It's getting urgent. It's getting real up in here. Okay. That is a telltale sign in translation for, I know the vibe is off and I don't want you to be able to read me. And I don't want you to ask me questions that I can't answer. Yes, I know that you're getting ready to be let go, but I can't say. And if I see you and talk to you and kiki it up with you, I don't want to feel like SHIT, right? Because they might, if they really liked you and they know now that you're going to be cut and this is the day, they don't want to be around to see it. They don't want to be a part of it. And by right, they're not entitled to say, they can't tell you anything, right? So it's a cutthroat industry, corporate America. It just is. That is the name of the game in corporate. So there is a such thing as a fire them first strategy, believe it or not. Okay. It is. So I want to prepare you for that. What is it that you can be doing right now to put yourself in a better position? Well, the first thing is I want you to start by creating multiple income streams, at least one other income stream. Because if right now you are solely depending on one job and one job alone, sis, I'm here to tell you that was always risky. That was never safe. Okay. You've put yourself and your family at risk from Jump Street by doing that. So we always want to have something in our back pocket. I'm going to say it again, and I say it in a lot of videos. We got to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. That is the motto we need to live by. Okay. Stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Type that in the comments below. Okay. I hope you're taking notes and picking up all these gems. And by the way, if you are getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment below right now so we can get this discussion popping. Let me know if any of these things have come up for you, or if you've had some aha moments, or you like, you know what? I remember that happening to so and so or such and such. You know what? It is starting to get a little weird and hazy and funky around here. You know what? That don't seem right. You know what? I really do need to get my ish together quick, because there's been some changes that I've noticed. And some of the things that you're sharing with me today, Katrina, I realize that's what's going on right now. So I need not wait. If you're feeling like that, or you've had an epiphany, right? Make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know what that is for you. What is this current situation or scenario? And let's go ahead and have the discussion right now. Okay. Now, the first thing I want you to do, as I said, is build an income stream, but at least let's start with the second income stream. Now, listen, I'm not about the side hustle. Okay. I'm anti-hustle, anti-stress and struggle. I am pro-health and happiness. But for the sake of time and for the sake of what you might consider, a side gig, which is what I call it, or a side business, which is more sustainable, go ahead and get you a little side hustle or a side gig, okay? Or start that side business if you haven't already. Hope preferably the side business, because again, that's more sustainable. Okay. Now I have a lot of videos on doing just that. So I'm not going to go into depth right now in this video because that's not what we're talking about. But go ahead and check out, go ahead and search in my on my channel here and look for other content as it relates to side hustle, side gig, side business, how to start and grow a business, anything related to that. You'll find plenty of content here about that, okay? However, right now, that's what we need to be focused on. You can get you a side gig, start a side business, side hustle, or freelance work. That's what I really would ideally, I think that is a better setup for you. I feel like that's the lower hanging fruit, is because you can take a skill set that you have, whether you learned it in corporate or it's just something you've been doing on the side as a hobby, but you weren't getting paid for it, or something that you're just really great at that, you do it for free for family and friends or whomever, right? If you're great at anything where you have, a skill set outside of corporate America or from corporate America, use that and transfer that to doing a freelance work. So if you're great at writing, that's a great freelance writing gig that you can get, right? If you are great at, doing something like graphic design work, or if you're a great assistant, maybe you're doing admin work right now, or you're pulling that part out of your leadership abilities, and you're like, you know what, I'm great at organizing and doing all the admin stuff that nobody wants to be bogged down with, because those are like time consuming, tedious tasks. You can go ahead and work for somebody and do that, or do it for yourself. It's still your own business, right? But you can work with business owners, small business owners such as myself, who are always looking for virtual assistants, VAs, okay? So anything along the lines of that, but you've got to get something going so that you're not put in a really bad predicament, okay? Start investing in something that's going to give you a return on your investment, okay? That's what I want you to do first, because options is what you need. Why? Because options equals freedom. Type that in the chat, okay? Options equal freedom. So that if and when they do give you your walking papers, guess what? You are prepared and you can just be like, deuces, thanks for the opportunity. I'm out. I'm good. Because you got something else set up, okay? So, number 2, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, sis. Come close, come close, come close. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to hold your hand gently, but I'm going to say this firmly. Take a breath, blow it out. We need to move in silence. That means zip it. Keep your mouth shut, okay? I feel like I need to put one of those zipper emojis over my mouth right now. Keep your mouth shut, sis. I'm serious. I know you think you can trust Helen or Barbara or Jane or Susan or Sally or Kelly or whomever. Y'all talk all the time at the water cooler. But those are gossiping employees lots of times. They will show their true colors when you give them something to talk about. I need you to keep it quiet and move in silence. Okay? You don't need to let them know what you're doing, because these very people are the people you think you can trust, but you need not trust anyone, no one, okay? Why? Because they will be the first to talk, the first to tell your business. Mind your own business and let them mind their business or everybody else's business who's willing to share. You keep moving in silence and keep your mouth closed. Okay? And what you need to do instead is reach out to people on LinkedIn. Start networking. LinkedIn is your best friend right now. Okay? It is great for professionals looking for an opportunity to network, to find a job, but we're not looking for another job. We're not going to apply for another job. I rebuke that spirit. Nope, we're not going to do it. Okay? We are going to let go, let flow, let God. We're not doing this again. The grass don't always be greener on the other side. Okay? So we cannot depend on another better opportunity. We don't know. We're just on the outside looking in. We don't really know until we get in there that nope, it wasn't any better at all. It was worse, right? or just as bad. So we are going to focus on leveling up with our own skill set and monetizing you. That starts with networking with people who are on LinkedIn, who are in your current circle, okay? Not even online. I'm talking about people you know close to you, not your co-workers. I'm talking about other people that you may be in cahoots with, acquaintances, colleagues. Start talking to people you went to college with, right? Start talking to people, your family members, your friends, people that they might know in their workplace, outside of your own workplace. You feel what I'm saying? As long as it's outside of the realms of your job, you're fine to talk to those people as long as they are someone who's going to help you and benefit you in some way. Okay? So don't start being like, girl, I can't wait to get up out of here. I'm already making my plans. I am already making my exit strategy. I got the date marked on the calendar. I'm ready to leave this place. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm not with it anymore. Don't do it, sis. Don't do it. I'm begging you. Okay? And trust your instinct. You'll know when it feels right. Tell them when everybody else is going to learn about it. And that's when you get ready to hand in your resignation letter. But for now, keep it quiet, move in silence. Network and connect with people on social media. Okay? Now, this is a great time to slide up in somebody's DMs. Okay? And by somebody, I mean people, influencers, right? People who you have been following, people that you are already connected to. This is a great way to network with people that you already know or have connected with and collaborate with them, partner with them. Okay? Ask questions, start getting your name out there, become visible and loud. You can also join professional associations like your local Chamber of Commerce and other professional associations for women who are starting a business or growing a business, right? You can go to meetups. You can go to Eventbrite, right? Or go to Eventbrite to find events that are local to you, right? You can do virtual events. There are plenty of ways that you can start getting in the rooms with the right people of like minds who are going to empower you to do what you're ready to do, which is move on from corporate America. Okay? So don't start announcing your plans already. We need to shh, just keep it a secret. It's your own secret. You don't need to tell anybody. Okay? Until it's time to tell. Now, then, how do you fire them before they fire you? Now that you've been networking, you're getting out there, you're making some momentum. You may have even found a partnership, a collaboration, right? Or maybe, somebody's giving you an opportunity or you found some work, what have you. Oh, Fiverr. I forgot to mention Fiverr and Upwork. Those are other places you can go to look for freelance work, project-based work, and other types of work. So definitely create an account. You can create that for free, okay? Create an account. Start learning how to use those platforms and get very familiar with those. I'm glad I remembered that. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you everything I can give you to get you started in this process. Okay, so set a financial goal. Now, I know right now you might be making a really great income, and that's great. I appreciate that you are making a great income. However, do you need to continue to make that income to live? Now, we're not just trying to barely survive, okay? I'm not telling you to take away everything, but can you take away some things that you don't actually need right now? Right? They're nice to haves, but they're not need to haves. Do you know what I'm saying? So, can you decrease expenses while you're working on increasing your income or replacing your income or getting another income stream? Can you live off of, instead of $5, $6, $10,000 a month, can you decrease that by a couple grand? You know what I mean? Can we do away with all of the new handbags and the makeup and all of the traveling? Can you, instead of doing a vacation this year, just for a little while, can we put it off and maybe do a staycation? Find somewhere nice that's local and go there and have a nice time with just you or your family, your friends, whatever your plans were. Let's do it right here in our own neighborhood, right? Just for now. I'm not saying just, that you can never go on that vacation, but can you just, unless it's already paid for, but I'm just saying, do you need to plan a new vacation right now, or can you just put it off for a little while and do a mini staycation and just stay home? Go to a local resort, a local hotel, somewhere outside of your home if you choose to, be outside of your home so it could really feel like a vacation. Do that. Go do something to pamper yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go up, like if you live in a state like I do, I live in California, I have the best of all worlds. I'm in sunny California, yes, but I can go up to the mountains where it's snowing right now. I can go and rent out a cabin. You know what I'm saying? So if you live in a place where you can find something like that, I can go to the beaches, I can go, rent a beach home. So, do something like that. I have beautiful resorts here. So whatever, like plan something where it feels like a vacation, but does it have to actually be where it's going to cost you a lot of money? That's my point here, because we want to save right now. Okay. And then, girl, when I mentioned earlier how they will taketh everything you giveth, it is time for us to reverse that. And we now need to taketh what they giveth. And that is your benefits package. So right now, especially before you hand in your notice, your walk-in papers, you need to use up your medical, dental, and vision plan, your benefits, okay? Go ahead and make those appointments. Get your eyewear, if you wear contacts or glasses, go on and get you a new pair. Go ahead and get all your medical exams in, your preventative. Hopefully you're just going for your wellness exams, but if you've got any problem areas, anything that's going on with you right now specifically that needs to be checked out, girl, you better go on right now and get those things taken care of, okay? But go for your well woman exam. Make sure you do your mammo, right? Make sure that you are doing your PAP, the whole well woman thing. Get your lab work done, get your prescriptions if you need those. Whatever they cover, take advantage of it. And if you have sick time on the books, oftentimes employers, if you don't use it, you lose it. Go on and take off some days. This will allow you to get your game plan in order. Okay. Go on and call off. You ain't been calling off. Go ahead and call off. Okay. And take off some time. Now, if they allow you to use that, great. Keep that in the PTO bank, and then you can take that with you as your lump sum as part of your severance pay. All right. Use your PTO. PTO is good. Take off at least a week if you have it on the books. Okay. That way you can devise your exit strategy, because it's not easy to do that if you are in the environment and if it's consuming most of your time. You know what I mean? If you spend most of your days at work, most of your hours are spent at work, and then you got to come home, you got to eat dinner, you got to take care of your family needs, you got to run chores, you got to do whatever, right? By the time you do all that, you're exhausted. You're ready to just go take a bath, shower, whatever, and go to bed, and then you're going to do it all over again tomorrow back at work. It is very difficult to do that. And then on the weekends, you just want a break, a mental moment, right? So that is like the best time to devise your exit plan and strategize is when you have free space, free calendar space. That means you're not going to work. You're not being consumed by work. You're not thinking about work. You're only focused on your exit strategy. Okay. So you need time to think. You need mental capacity. You need energy. You need clarity. You need to be without any distractions and disruptions, right? So this is a great time while you got, I don't know if you got kids at home or family members or whomever, but this is a time to kind of close yourself in while everybody's at work and school, college, wherever they are. Or if you got adult children, even better, they don't live with you, hopefully, right? Or maybe they do, but whatever you got to do, set boundaries. So you have me time and utilize the time you take off to get your game plan together. Okay. Now, after you've done all of that, now it's time to hand in your resignation letter. Now you can leave on your terms. Doesn't that sound a lot better than you getting handed this notice? Right? A lot better. Now you're handing them your notice. Resignation. I quit. I'm out of here, right? That feels better. So listen, sis, what I really want you to take home from this today, and I hope this has been valuable to you. I know it has. And if so, please do share this video out with at least 3 people, right? Your biz bestie, your colleagues, your entrepreneur entourage, somebody, anybody, everybody who can benefit from this message today. Because there are a lot of people just like you who need help leaving and know what to do to prepare for the day that may inevitably come. Okay. They may be in the background right now, your employer, ready to cut you off or to cut somebody off that you know. And wouldn't it be to their advantage to be able to hear this message so they know exactly what steps to take and in what order, right? So sharing is caring. Please do share this video out and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode whenever I drop new content or I go live, okay? Which is every day, Monday through Friday. What I want to say to you though is your job is not thinking about your future. That's why you have to, okay? I want you to stop waiting for that layoff notice and go ahead and plan your exit strategy today. Like, I'm serious, today. We can't wait. We can't procrastinate. We cannot wait for it to be too late. We got to get started right now. Fire them first, okay? And if you're feeling this and you really are taking in and taking heed to my message today, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the chat right now, or rather in the comments, and let me know if you're done waiting for them to decide your fate. Drop a fire emoji if you are done with your employer deciding your fate. And if you're ready to really take control of your life and build your empire like the queen that you are, okay? You saw the shirt I was wearing today, the queen that you are, okay? I need you to put on that crown so we can control our throne. We need to be the ruler of our empire, but we first got to build it. Okay. And that starts with the steps that I talked about in this video today. We are making big moves over here, right? This is your year to shine. And I want to give you a resource, by the way. If you need help exiting seamlessly from your corporate career to starting and or growing your business, I offer 7 simple steps to transition from corporate America, from your cushy corporate career, cut the corporate cord to corporate America, and start and grow your business. Okay, in 7 simple steps, it gives you the exact steps I took to replace my high figure salary, and now, and then grow my business, right? So that's what I want for you. So if that's what you want, is to start a side business while you are working still at your job and preparing, this is the great way to go about it. All right. So I will leave it in the pinned comments, the link to this guide, my quick start guide. It teaches you how to become the CEO of your business, your brand, and your life, and be the boss of you by cutting the corporate cord. And being the CEO doesn't require you to climb any ladders, it doesn't require you to go pursue any more degrees. It doesn't require any of that. It doesn't require you to be disappointed any longer. So if you want to start this process, then I advise you to go ahead and grab your copy today, download the guide, okay, and then make sure too that you get on a call with me if you need a customized plan as to how I can help you with your specific scenario, because everybody's situation is different, right? You have an opportunity to book a call with me after you have read through the steps in the book, and that's fine if you want to go about it that way. But I also want you to know you don't have to wait before you hop on a call with me to get clarity right now, for me to offer you insights and for us to work together, and we can start that as soon as possible. I'm offering 3 very accessible, affordable ways, 3 options for you. Okay. The word is options, right? Options equal freedom. We need to remember that. And so I want to make sure that you have access to me. And so I'm going to drop that link as well. Both of those links will be in the pinned comment, but they're also in the description. Okay. So I hope to see you on a call soon, but definitely get started with that quick start guide. And listen, I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends, okay? Is it this side? I think it's this side that pops up, okay? I'm going to make sure that's where it pops up. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.